Ooh, that's a rich color. Wow, that's a very nice color. Hello and welcome to the return of Is It Worth It, where I go around the world and the internet looking for art supplies that will make your life and your artistic journey just a little bit easier and more enjoyable. Now, as we return from a long hiatus of Is It Worth It, I am of course going to go back to markers because I like markers. So I'm going to do markers today, and as you all know, there's plenty of videos where I've done Five Below markers, and I'm very interested in every iteration of markers that they kind of come out with, because some of them are great and some of them are not. And this time we have, bam, this one, the dual-ended skin tone with alcohol, with the alcohol-based marker. And it's the Creative Gallery, so I'm very excited to try these out. And yeah, come on, let's go find out if they're worth it. All right, so as you can see, it is once again a chipboard thing. I firmly believe this is how they keep their costs down, is with the less impressive boxes, because there's nothing on the back. It just like contains 6 dual tip alcohol ink pens, skin tone, and that's it. So yeah, it's got a little see-through. You can't see any colors, but you can see what the markers look like. And from what I can see, the plastic looks a little bit flimsy, but we're gonna figure that out together. But yeah. All right, we got a little tape on it. Oh, let's see, I understand, but you're making me destroy the box. Sorry guys, there we go. All right, watch out for the tape. All right, so here are 6 markers. Interesting little design. They're round, so they're very round. So they will keep rolling. There is no stopper on this that will allow it to actually stop. So you got to keep that in mind when you let it roll. It will fall behind a crack or something like that. But it is round. So the plastic itself, it feels very plasticky, but it doesn't feel flimsy. So you can tell that it was Five Below purchase, but they're sturdy. They're very, very sturdy. All right, let's see. Chisel looks good. Nice thick chisel. Okay. Snap. It's got a nice snap to it. They are indicating that this is the thin marker, right? The bullet point by the little gray strip. The one, if it doesn't, that's the chisel. So that way you always know. Ooh, oh, it's a brush. Well, or maybe it's not. Look at that. That looks like a brush tip, right? That looks like a brush tip, but when you look at it here, it looks more like a bullet tip. Interesting. So it might be a brush tip, but man, that snap though. That is a good snap. So those are nice and sturdy. It's not coming off once you snap it on there. And the brush looks it's a really big brush, nice and firm, it looks like. Very interested to try that. Let's see if it'll post. Nope, not posting, boo. But, it's all good. We're gonna try them. See what we got. All right, and as usual, I'm just using a regular Bristol board, 9x12 smooth. All right, so we're gonna try these light ones. So. Ooh, okay. That is a nice, rich color. You go over it. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. Now see, this one, so the ink is really, it's really juicy. I don't know if you can really see that, right? But when I uncapped it, there was ink just flew off of the cap. So you got to be careful with that. But the brush, so the brush is not a firm brush, right? but the ink flow is insane on that. Look at that. Right? And you can get these nice feathering marks. So that's really cool. I like that. Can't necessarily, well, that's pretty close. So I think if you go over it, like if you go over it twice, the color that's on the cap matches the color of the paper. When you only do it once, when you pull it out, the paper one is a little bit lighter. So it's very close. It's very close. Okay. I mean, coverage is real nice. And that brush, the brush tip side is really hard to uncap. But yeah, I mean, you can get some really nice thin lines if you need to, right? A little bit of pressure variation. So this is really nice. But these are definitely brush tip. 100% brush tip. Now see, you can't go, you might not be able to see that very well, but when you're moving really fast, the ink, like with a curve, like here and here, it starts to not flow, so it gets a little lighter. So maybe, nope, even if you push harder, if you can see, like right here, right in the back, it gets lighter. So that's something you got to keep in mind when you're doing like little strokes. It seems as though the ink will flow just fine, but if you're doing any long swoops, then on the edges the color is not going to be consistent. But I mean, that's the flow. The chisel's real nice. I mean, it's pretty good. These are pretty good. Yeah, I mean, once it dries, it's like, they're very, very nice colors, but it is definitely a consistent thing. So it is a construction, manufacturing thing with the swoops. So as you move around, the flow of ink does not continue, and therefore you lose the consistency of the marker. So definitely, if you're trying to do calligraphy, I don't think this is not going to be the one that'll keep you consistent, but there is a lot of nice ink flow here when you're making like hatch marks or something like that, and the chisel's very consistent. Like you can just blend that really nicely. Ooh, that's a rich color. Wow, that's a very nice color. That's so nice. That's a nice color. Like this brown right here is super nice color. Nice and rich. It's like a red brown, like some mahogany. But still, the problem with the loops is still consistent, right? Like if you move fast, the ink does not flow very well with the brush, at least. But if you're doing these nice like little feather marks, right? If you're trying to push out hair or something like that, or fur, right? You can get some really nice feathering on that, so that's really nice. Let's try the dark brown. Let's try this. That is dark. That's almost black. Yeah, that I mean, it's brown. It is brown. Right? But it is a super dark brown. But once again, still the consistency aspect, it kind of feathers on the edges. So it is consistent, so as long as you know what you're getting into when you get started, then there really shouldn't be a problem. All right, let's try a couple. We got Stedler. Oops, what we got? Okay, so that was a Stedler. This is a Tombow. And then we got a Faber-Castell. Ooh. Okay, obviously I need to get rid of that one. Try a different Faber-Castell. There we go. I don't think I really have, I don't know where my microns went, so don't have a micron for you guys, so we'll just have to go with these until I can find my microns again. But we're gonna try a couple different colors over top of it. See, shouldn't matter how we do it. I'm probably gonna get all of them in there. You know, we won't even see that one. That was just super dark. All right, so now we've put all the colors on there. Roly colors. The marker still roll. And you know what? The only one that's really having some problems is a Faber-Castell, but it is minimal. It is so minimal right now. That is a little bit of pull off from that ink. So that's really good. All right, so we just got done reviewing the Five Below 6 creative gallery alcohol markers that have a brush pen and a chisel, brush tip and a chisel. And you know what? Not bad. They're not bad. The color was consistent. It looked really good. Ink flow was pretty decent, except for when we started doing curves. Then it broke apart towards the ends, but you know what? They seemed really nice. They worked really well. The color at least has enough to where blending would be okay between the 6 of them. I think that the yellow one wouldn't necessarily work for the rest of the markers, but after the yellowish one, every single other one was perfectly fine. So, I mean, these are worth the $5. Go grab them, throw them in your sketch pack, so that when you're just running about and you're not doing full-on commissions and stuff like that, you can have something that'll work halfway decent. And you know what? It was $5. So definitely go check them out if you are in Five Below. I would definitely recommend them because they're worth the $5. All right, so I want to say thank you all so very much for coming back to Is It Worth It? These will continue. I have plenty of materials to go through and I'm excited to share them with you. But if you have any suggestions for supplies that I should try, just go ahead and drop it in the comments below and I will make sure to add it to the list. Now, I want to say once again, thank you so very much. But if you are here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified every single time that I drop new content. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you at the next episode.